In today's video,
what's up everybody, UFC President Dana White here.
Dana White just announced UFC Abu Dhabi and snubbed Movsar Evloev again. Dana's putting Evloev through one last test. Islam Makhachev's career clock is ticking. Charles Oliveira claps back at Ilia Topuria. Joe Rogan declares MMA is evolving into a whole new beast.Ben Askren's condition remains critical. MMA fans troll Conor McGregor after he knocks out a man in Ibiza. And finally, the Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall drama might finally hit a deadline. So, no more talking. Let's get started.
What's up everybody, UFC President Dana White here.
Dana White just announced UFC Abu Dhabi. And while the main event between Robert Whittaker and Rainier de Ridder turned heads, it was the 5-round co-main event that left the MMA world in shock, and not in a good way. Movsar Evloev is set to take on the top free agent in MMA, Aaron Pico. But here's the big question. Shouldn't Evloev be fighting for the title by now? He's ranked 4th in the featherweight division and hasn't lost a single fight in his pro career. So why is he going up against an unranked opponent? But according to Dana, this is his one last test. If Evloev gets the victory, he's getting the title shot against Volkanovski.
If Movsar can get the victory, he will likely be the next contender for the title against Alexander Volkanovski. Expect this fight to be an absolute war.
But Evloev isn't complaining. He's locked in and taking it seriously. He's deep in his conditioning work, pushing his body to the limit. If he gets past Aaron Pico, it's hard to imagine the UFC not giving him a title fight next. Fans are already frustrated with how unfair this looks. Meanwhile, time is ticking on Islam Makhachev's career. According to his head coach, Javier Mendez, the current lightweight champ might only have 3 fights left. In an interview with Submission Radio, Mendez said Islam could retire sooner than people expect. But Ali Abdelaziz, Makhachev's manager, pushed back. He said Islam isn't thinking about retirement and plans to keep fighting at the top level for at least 3 more years. Still, if you think about it, 3 years probably means 3 fights. And obviously, Makhachev is only going to take big fights at this point. Daniel Cormier also reacted to the news that Islam Makhachev may only have 3 fights left. With a fight against Jack Della Maddalena coming up, fans are asking, who are the other 2? If Makhachev beats Maddalena and takes the welterweight title, he'll likely need to defend it at least once. And that would leave just one more fight, possibly against Ilia Topuria. Topuria has a solid shot at beating Charles Oliveira and becoming the lightweight champ. If that happens, and if Makhachev wins the welterweight belt, then this fight becomes inevitable. It's the kind of matchup that feels meant to happen.
Just for me, the fight that I think that I want to see the most would be the Tsarukyan versus Ilia Topuria. Both a little bit, not short, like Ilia's obviously shorter, but Tsarukyan with the wrestling, the heavy, he's got big power in the hands, can take a shot. Can he take Topuria down and grind him out? Can he fight hard for 5 rounds? Because we saw him against Charles. You know, he got a little winded and tired in that fight. Like, there's a lot that I think a lot of questions that want to be answered on the sample size of Amon Tsarukyan. We know he's talented. We know he's good. For me, I felt like he blew it, not getting his title shot, and that's the fight that I wanted to see was between the 2 of them. And I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, man, Charles, let these 2 guys fight and you just pick up the winner. But you don't. I know, I get it.
You have lost your mind.
In that direction, it seems a little bit like, you know, you're well known for your takedowns and your work rate. Is that you're guaranteed where I'm going to take this guy down and ground him out?
If he's a striker, yes.
Crazy all right. So jiu-jitsu, I know, I've seen him.
If he's if he's a good striker, I'm gonna wrestle him. If he's a good wrestler, I'm gonna strike him.
Ilia Topuria is showing off his skills, but not in the cage. The undefeated featherweight posted clips of himself playing football with teammates, but don't think Charles Oliveira is impressed. After Topuria threw shade about bringing a pillow to their June 28th fight, Du Bronx clapped back calmly in an interview, saying he's focused on finishing the job, not the trash talk.
Ele fez post pedindo pra você não esquecer de levar o travesseiro pra luta. O que ele não pode esquecer de levar?
Cara, você sabe disso, não adianta o que eles vão falar. Pra mim não faz diferença, irmão. Eu acho que só Deus sabe das coisas pra acontecer, né? Dia 28 agora de junho, né? A gente vai se enfrentar. Eu acho que eu sou um problema tanto pra ele ou pra qualquer um que vai lutar. Eu sou um cara que tem o poder de fogo nas mãos, um cara que tem um jiu-jitsu absurdo. O que o Topuria tá falando ou qualquer outro cara tá falando, pra mim não faz diferença de nada. Você já viram essa novela várias vezes, de muitos deles que falaram um monte de coisas e vocês sabem o que aconteceu no final, foi o braço que foi levantado, então não faz diferença.
Dustin Poirier gave his prediction for Topuria versus Oliveira.
What do you think is going to win the Ilya versus Charles fight?
I think Ilya, man. I think he's going to be way undersized against Charles. I just don't, unless Charles can sub him, maybe if he hurts him, but it's going to be tough, I think. Because Charles gets hit a lot, you know, and Ilya puts people away. I'm excited about it.
Ilya Topuria, who's fighting Charles Oliveira at the end of the month, like that guy is insane. That guy's knocked out two of the greatest featherweights of all time, Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Nobody could knock those guys out in featherweight before, and he did it. And he did it, and he made it look easy. You know, he made it look like they're like he's just on another level from everybody. You know, and then now he's moving up to 155 pounds. He's like decided he cleared out that division. He's moving up. Like he's
insane. Yeah,
insane. There's guys like that are just so their level is above everybody else's level. And with Ilya, it's everything. It's his submissions, his kicks, his punches, everything. He can do anything. I mean, he does everything perfect. All his technique is perfect. He's fucking driven and ultra confident. You know, this is an amazing time for the sport, man. It's a crazy time because these guys that are coming in with like one fight in the UFC, they look like world-class contenders, like right away.
Ben Askren's condition is still critical. His wife, Amy Askren, shared an emotional update saying Ben is still on a ventilator and doctors are checking if he might need a lung transplant. There are small signs of hope, like him squeezing hands and opening his eyes, but the family knows there's a long road ahead. The MMA community continues to rally around them and show support. People are flooding the comments with love and concern. If this can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. Come on, Ben, pull through, Funky. We love you. Sending strength and positive vibes Ben's way. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Please take a few seconds to write some kind words in the comments. Every bit of support means a lot right now. Oh, and in true McGregor fashion, Conor was caught on camera knocking out a man in an Ibiza nightclub. 2 left hands, 1 guy drops, and no arrests. Fans jumped in right away, asking, "And this guy wants to run for president? Ireland is cooked." Others wrote, "Conor now has a better record against random civilians than actual UFC fighters. What a downfall, man. Sad to see." Some were joking. He's clearly washed. Prime McGregor would have dropped him with 1 shot. That kid just became a millionaire. Congrats. Big congrats to Conor McGregor, his first win in years. Legend, he's going to make a great leader of Ireland. Conor, stay out of bars. You've got a campaign to focus on. Don't give them a reason to lock you up. But what do you think about all this? Let us know in the comments.
like me.
Dan Hooker's kicking game has been leveling up ever since his hand injury. While his hand is still healing, the comeback is already loading.
The worst hand job ever.
Speaking of Dan Hooker, he's bringing something totally different to the table. The New Zealand brawler just announced a wild new event, a backyard battle royal for female fighters.
Alright, we're gonna let the girls play next. We're gonna find out who's the baddest in town.
50K, 1 minute, just as long as it takes to finish your man. You can finish these on the streets, in this backyard.
So what I need from you ladies is your name, your weight, and your record, and maybe send me a little video of you doing something illegal so I know I can trust you. But we see ya.
And finally, the Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall drama might finally hit a deadline. Dana White revealed that Jones has just a couple weeks to accept the fight or risk being passed over. No more stalling. It's time to commit or step aside.
Jon Jones has never turned down an opponent here or been afraid to fight anybody.
So if, for instance, he doesn't fight this guy, who would you like to see him fight? Or are you gonna wait until he fights this guy?
I don't know. We'll see how this thing plays out over the next couple weeks. But yeah, if we can't get this fight done, we'll move on quickly.
I was gonna say, Dana, my last thought on that. How long are you gonna wait? I mean, how long is it worth waiting for?
I said a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah, we'll have answers in the next couple weeks.
Khalil Roundtree is coming for the belt, and he's not holding back. After facing Alex, Roundtree believes he's ready for UFC gold.
My thoughts, really, like my honest thoughts on the light heavyweight division right now are I'm just preparing to become the champion, however that looks. So I plan to win against Jamal, and I want to fight for a title again. I really think that I'm ready to become the champion. I'm ready for it. You know, like that fight against Alex was the thing that kind of helped me answer that question for myself. And now that I've been through that and been through that type of war, I know that I can do even more. I know I can do better.
That's all for today. If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it.